Hey everyone, it's me Sarah here from Wholesale Ted, one of the largest YouTube channels dedicated to giving you actionable advice on how to build a real money-making business. And today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 ways to drive traffic and sales online. Yes, if you want to be making money like this, then you'll need buyers or leads. And to get those, you'll need to find a traffic source to drive them to your store or website. Of course, there are many ways to do this. Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube. And honestly, while all of those can be great and all of them have their own advantages, not all of them are suitable for all types of online businesses. And so if you pick the wrong one to focus on, instead of getting this, you could waste a bunch of time, get no results, and well, you could lose a lot of money. And nobody likes to lose money. So in this video, I'm going to be going through my top 5 traffic sources and explaining how they work and how you can use them to drive traffic, leads, and customers to your store or website. Plus, I've also invited 3 of my good friends who have driven millions of dollars in online sales through traffic methods. They're each going to highlight one of their traffic methods and explain why it has worked so well for them. So hopefully by the end of this video, you will have picked the right source of traffic to focus on for your business. All right, let's go on to traffic source number 1. Traffic source 1. Facebook advertising. So when I say Facebook ads, I'm specifically talking about the ads you see as you're scrolling through your news feed. And let's be honest, if Facebook traffic was in high school, I swear that it would be the high school valedictorian. You know, that person at high school who is good at, well, pretty much everything and has lots of friends. They're on the track team, they get straight A's, and everyone likes them. That is Facebook ads in a nutshell. They are the all-around traffic source. They can be used to sell almost anything, and they are beginner friendly because they are low cost and easy to use. And while the menu system to set up the ads can be admittedly a little bit intimidating for beginners, the reason why I call them easy and beginner friendly is because of the fact that you don't need to be an expert at them to see results. Essentially, you come to the Facebook ad algorithm and you tell it what you want to achieve, who your ideal customer is, and you give them your ad image or video and text, and then you let them do the rest. For example, once inside your ad account in your business manager, when you click create to make a new ad, Facebook gives you choices of what you want your ad to do. Do you want to create an ad that will get lots of likes, comments, and shares? Then come and click on engagement. Facebook will now put your ad in front of people it knows are more likely to do that. Or are you instead running an online store and just want Facebook to put your ad in front of people most likely to see your ad and buy your items? Then install the Facebook Pixel on your site, which tracks customer activity, and then pick conversions. And then you can choose who exactly you want to target with your ads. Because Facebook has so much data on its users, you can get very specific about who you want to target. For example, there is a very successful Etsy store, Smash Transit, that make travel and regionally themed t-shirts, hoodies, and baby clothing. Now, they don't actually make their own clothing, instead they work with print-on-demand partners like Printify and Printful. After their Etsy success, Smash Transit went ahead and made a Shopify store to promote their products. As you can see, one of their top sellers is their airport-themed shirts, which are all just repurposing the same design of the code of the airport and this plain icon. So let's say that Smash Transit wanted to advertise their LAX airport shirt with Facebook ads. They could come to the location sections of the targeting options inside the ad creator and select it so that their Facebook ad will only target people that live in Los Angeles. And then they could come to the interest section and select it so that the ad for their t-shirt will only show to people that are interested in both LAX airport and that are frequent travelers, which is their target audience. Now, admittedly, not everyone who lives in LA who is a frequent traveler will be interested in the LAX airport t-shirt and will want to buy one of these. But that is okay, because as your ad runs, Facebook learns what type of users like to buy your item and what type of users don't. And thus it will get smarter and smarter and better at putting your ad in front of the right people who will want to buy it. So it's actually a good idea to start with smaller ad budgets and scale up over time as Facebook learns more and more about your customer base. And yes, you can run ad budgets for as little as $5 a day. However, I know a lot of people are gonna go, ugh, ads, ugh, I don't want to have to pay money, I want to have free traffic. And look, I understand that. But I can tell you now though, my good friend Adrian Morrison would vehemently disagree. He is one of the most successful dropshippers and print-on-demand marketers I know, and most of this money was made through Facebook ads. So I asked him to come on and explain why he has had so much success with them.
Hey, my name's Adrian Morrison, and I'm here to talk to you about how powerful Facebook advertising has been for my business. Listen, I use Facebook ads for e-commerce to generate millions. I've used Facebook ads for affiliate and digital marketing, and it's because Facebook marketing makes it so easy to target your audience. Look, I have a screenshot here where I spent $160,000. I know that's a lot of money, but I got over $3 million in return. That's all with Facebook marketing, because they make it easy to target your audience, and everybody in the world almost is on Facebook in one place. Is why Facebook marketing is the #1 tool that I use to drive traffic to my business, to grow and scale and reach my customers, and why I highly recommend that you use Facebook marketing for your business as well. Once again, my name is Adrian Morrison, and Facebook ad crushes it for my business, and I'm sure it could do volumes for yours as well.
Lesson of the day, targeting your customers is gold. I actually did an interview with him where we discussed his Facebook ad strategies, and I will have a link to that video in the description below. Traffic source number 2, search engine traffic, otherwise known as SEO. Oh boy, this is going to be really fun to try to explain without getting technical and jargony. Yep, if search engine traffic was a high school student, it would almost definitely be the class nerd. Which makes sense, because I was the class nerd and I love SEO. For example, the world's biggest search engine by far is Google. This is what people usually think about when you say the word search engine. If you come to Google and type shoe paint into it and scroll down to the search results, you'll see that this website here is at the top of the list. Angelus Paint makes about 70% of its money from people finding it through Google searches like the one I just did. So as you can see, this traffic source is very valuable. And guess what? While these stores had to pay Google to purchase an advertisement slot here, down in the organic search results, Angelus Paint paid Google nothing to sit here. So if you win this spot, it is free traffic. Free, free, free. Everybody loves free. Or is it? The truth is that it sort of is. You see, if you want to be competing for competitive keywords that are going to be bringing in lots of buyers into your store, ranking in Google for those keywords is going to be hard. So let's come back to our example store, Angelus Paint. Check it out, Google chose them to be #1 out of over 900 million results. That is very impressive, and it begs the question, how did they get into Google's good graces? How did they end up ranking #1, and how can you rank #1 as well? It used to be simple. Long story short, back in the very old days of Google, they used to choose websites based upon relevancy. Basically, Google wanted to see the exact keyword, in this case shoe paint, on your site as much as possible. They wanted to see it in the title, they wanted to see it in the content, they wanted to see it in the meta keywords. As you can imagine though, this was pretty easy to manipulate, and so Google had to come up with a new way to rank websites and to choose who would be #1. And they did come up with a way, and that was backlinks. A backlink is simply when another website links to yours. If we come to a free backlink checker, href, we can type in our website, wholesaleted.com, into it, and take a look at which websites link to ours. As you can see from the results, we've got this backlink here from a Forbes article that I was featured in relating to business and sales. And so Google will look at that and think, hey, I can see that Forbes linked to wholesaleted.com in an article about business. I really trust Forbes. They must have recommended wholesaleted.com for a good reason. I will rank them higher in my search results from now on when it comes to related searches. Ever since getting a few of these powerful, trusted backlinks, wholesaleted.com has been far more likely to come up highly in search results for phrases relating to posts that we've made on our blog. Now this is an oversimplification. Backlinks aren't the only factor Google looks at, as the SEO Moz graph shows, but they are easily the most important. So back on over to Ahref. Let's check out which websites are linking back to Angelus Paint. As we can see here, they have amassed a lot of backlinks, so it's not surprising that they do well with the Google search engine. So that's all you've got to do to get lots of search engine traffic from Google. Just get a bunch of high quality backlinks. The secret's out? Yeah. I can imagine a lot of you are like, thank you Sarah for that lesson, it was fantastic and all, but that sounds really hard. And you know what? You'd be right. Now, I am hoping to create a tutorial where I will teach you how to get traffic from low competition keywords. But in the meantime, it's not the easiest traffic source out there. But you know what? Google isn't the only search engine. Everyone is obsessed with Google, but there are lots of search engines out there. In fact, I can think of two very big ones that have very highly valuable traffic. And that is the Amazon search engine people use to find products listed on Amazon, and the Etsy search engine people use to find products listed on Etsy. Amazon and Etsy are online marketplaces that anyone, including you and I, can list products on to sell and make money. And the number one way that customers on Amazon and Etsy sort through the products on there and find the ones that they want to purchase is through the internal search engines. And interestingly enough, the Amazon and Etsy search engines can be manipulated in very similar ways, and ways that are actually much easier to manipulate than Google. 1. Put keywords in your product listing. While Google have devalued this with their search engine, Amazon and Etsy have not. For example, take this mug here. Now this is a product that we've highlighted in a recent video last month on the Wholesale Ted YouTube channel that is doing really well on Etsy. This mug is a joke about how on TV shows if someone is called a doctor, it only ever refers to a medical doctor, not someone with a doctorate. So people usually give this mug as a gift to their friends or their family who have newly graduated with a doctorate or a PhD. Now let me show you something. If you come to the Etsy search engine and type the phrase PhD gift into it, this mug comes up near the top of the search engine results. But that's not all. If we come back and do a search for a different phrase, this time doctorate gift, take a look. Once again, this mug is at the top of the search engine results. This mug ranks for a lot of keywords and phrases. So why is that? Well, take a look at this. If we come to the title of this, we can see that both of the keywords feature in the title, and the phrases in here were not chosen at random. They will have been chosen on purpose. Because if we come and start typing PhD into the Etsy search bar, you can see that it gives us these phrases as some of the most commonly related searched for by Etsy users, 2 of which feature in this mug's product title. 2. Use the search sales trick. You know how the biggest factor that Google looks for is backlinks? But when it comes to online marketplace search engines, the biggest factor that they usually look for, especially on Amazon and Etsy, is sales. In particular, they like to see which product that the user ends up purchasing after doing a search for a keyword or a phrase in their search engine. This is a bit of a simplification, but essentially, if someone goes to the Etsy search engine and types in PhD gift and finds this mug, opens up the listing, and then goes ahead and purchases it, Etsy's algorithm thinks, oh wow, someone who was looking for a PhD gift found this and bought it. This must be what people want when they search for the phrase PhD gift. Oh man, every time an item sells, we get money. And so since this mug sells when people find it, let's place it even higher in the search results so that it will sell even more and we'll make even more money. And as I've discussed on this video, this search sales trick works for Amazon's algorithm as well. Having a strategy to launch a product and get sales is especially important on Amazon, so if you'd like to learn about it, be sure to watch this video. Yes, you may end up having to reimburse family and friends if you get them to go ahead and do this for you to rank your item higher, but remember, your goal is to do what this mug has achieved here, to be ranking highly in lots of different organic search results so that you get lots of free traffic, which means that you get lots of free sales, which means, well, you make money. Traffic source 3, Instagram ads. Back in the day, when you talked about advertising on Instagram, most people thought about buying a sponsored story slot on an Instagram influencer's page. And while that is a way to drive sales and traffic, over time it's become far more expensive and it's not a scalable traffic method at all. So instead, if you would like to take advantage of the 800 million plus people on there and turn them into customers and leads, it's a much better idea to buy ads from there instead. And I reckon that if Instagram ads were back in high school, they would definitely be the cool, popular kids. And that's because when Instagram ads are done right, they should be highly visual. On Facebook, you've potentially seen long text-based ads from business gurus like this one. And that's because these are highly effective on there for the right niche, such as the business niche. In fact, I've also used long-form copy on Facebook to promote our free ebook, The 6 Steps That Six-Figure Dropshippers Follow to Make Over $10,000 a Month, which, by the way, you can download by clicking on the link in the video description below. But I would never post anything remotely similar to that on Instagram. And so for my ad promoting our free ebook, I posted a parody video about people who try to sell dropshipping courses by showing off Lamborghinis. Here is a snippet. So I've got a question for you. How many times have you clicked on a video from someone who's promising that they'll teach you how to create a money-making dropshipping store, only to find that the video is actually just... Yep, and believe it or not, people are constantly leaving comments on the ad getting super mad thinking that it's real. Yep. The other great thing about Instagram ads is that Instagram is actually owned by Facebook. And so you get to use the same awesome ad platform and targeting tools when making ads for Instagram too. So if you want to go ahead and dropship this AliExpress item here, this good old classic camera lens travel mug that, yes, looks like a real camera lens, but is indeed a mug, you create ads for it in the same way as you would for Facebook. You come to the Facebook Ad Manager and click Create, and you then choose what you want your ad to do. So if you wanted to make sales or generate leads, you'd choose conversions as your goal. You then use the same targeting options that you get with Facebook ads, such as choosing specific countries or cities to target, like Australia. And you can then choose overlapping interests that match your core audience, which for this camera travel mug is of course someone who drinks coffee and someone who is passionate about photography, which is why I chose this overlapping interest, because despite its name, it's actually an international organization. Once you've designed your ideal customer using the targeting options, you then come to placements and you click Edit, and you untick all but Instagram ad placements. And spoiler, if you're curious, out of stories and feed ads, it is stories that usually perform the best. I was talking to my very talented friend Bren, who runs a paid ad agency, and he works with multi-million-dollar companies. And we were discussing how interesting it is now that Instagram ads are outperforming Facebook ads when you sell the right products. In fact, Bren showed me a side-by-side comparison of two ad results. The top ad was the Instagram version and the bottom was the Facebook version. Both had the exact same targeting and video ad. While the Facebook ad had a higher click-through rate, the Instagram ad had far higher conversions and made a lot more money. I asked Bren to come on and explain why he thinks Instagram ads are only going to get bigger and better.
Hey Sarah, it's Bren here. And the reason why I like Instagram ads is because Instagram is the new Facebook. People trust Instagram more than they trust Facebook. Also, 3 out of 4 people love finding new brands on Instagram. So people are in a mode on Instagram of discovery, which is significantly different than Facebook. Facebook has been about relating and connecting to friends and people you know. Also, it's what's right now. There's been a move from Facebook to Instagram, due to a lot of the privacy issues and scandals that were public and in the news about Facebook. And although Facebook technically owns Instagram, the vast majority of the public sees them as completely and entirely different. So it's now and it's also next. It will continue to grow into the future. So now's the time to get on Instagram and be leveraging Instagram for paid ads.
Traffic source 4, YouTube videos. So I won't go into it too much here, but obviously, given that wholesale tier has over 250,000 subscribers at this point, I'm certainly not bad at generating traffic on YouTube from posting videos. I think it's not even a question that if YouTube traffic was in high school, it would definitely be one of the theatre kids. And that's because on YouTube, having high quality videos is actually really, really important. For example, here is a recent video I made. While yes, I put keywords in the title and description, the most important factor for whether YouTube chooses to rank your video or not isn't relevancy. It's about how users interact with your video, in particular for how long they watch it compared to other similar ones. As you can see, relative to other similar videos, my retention time was above average for the whole video. If you're interested in starting your own YouTube channel to drive traffic, remember, quality is key. Out of all of these traffic methods, YouTube is probably the most challenging in my opinion to make money directly from, but there are two types of videos that I'd recommend focusing on making if you want to do this. Firstly, tutorial videos. You take a tool or an app that has an affiliate program that people want or need tutorials for. For example, here's a tutorial video I made for an app called Jungle Scout. I monetized the video by putting my affiliate link in the video description. And yes, people do choose to use it as a thank you. I have earned over $70,000 from Jungle Scout affiliate commissions. The next is review videos, which are extremely popular. For example, here's a review of the self-balancing scooter. It has over 15 million views. And guess what you find in the video description? A good old affiliate link to buy it on Amazon. While the Amazon affiliate program has very small commissions when you consider that this video has had over 15 million views, I'm sure that it has made him a lot of money. Traffic source number 5, Google AdWords. So remember back when I was talking about Google search engine traffic? Well, when you do a search on Google, you'll find two different types of results. First, you'll find the free listings. These are the top websites that Google's search algorithm has decided are the best for this keyword. But if we come back up here at the top, you'll see that these listings here say that they are sponsored. These are paid ads that you can purchase through Google's ad program, Google AdWords. And it's funny because while Facebook might be the king or the queen of driving traffic right now, it didn't always used to be this way. When I first started selling online, Facebook ads didn't even exist. In fact, Google AdWords didn't really exist either, which is why I was forced to learn about the more complicated source of traffic, SEO. So when Google AdWords was released in a more public way, it was absolutely revolutionary. It was by far the easiest way to drive targeted, high-quality traffic to your site. There is just something to keep in mind with AdWords though. The ads aren't the cheapest. You see, with Google AdWords, you've got two main types of advertising. There is display advertising, where Google will put ads next to content on websites. And then there are the ads that will show up when you search for a specific keyword. Shopping ads you purchase can also appear here. These are the primary ads that people think of when you say AdWords, as these are usually the most effective. And why are they the most effective? Well, it's because of the fact that they are extremely targeted. You could easily argue that Google AdWords is more targeted than Facebook ads. That's because of the fact that when an individual comes to Google and types in a keyword like couches for sale, they are clearly in the mindset that they want to buy a couch. And so advertising your couch to them is a no-brainer, right? But the way that Google AdWords works is it's basically a bidding war. You bid for search keywords against other advertisers, which drives prices up for the best keywords. And so very quickly, if you're paying $4 a click, that can add up. It means then that if you're trying to sell lower cost items like these, it can be difficult to turn a profit unless you've got a well-organized sales funnel that is upselling customers to big orders, which is why I wouldn't necessarily call this traffic source particularly beginner friendly. But while AdWords is trickier than Facebook for lower cost items, it is usually more effective for higher cost items. Think about it. If you're going to go buy a couch, you're unlikely to buy one on a whim. Instead, you're going to go to Google and you're going to do a search for it to compare your options. So being up there in the search results is very important. And someone I know who is a master at using Google AdWords to turn profits is my good friend, Fred Lamb. Fred has been on this channel before in one of our most popular videos of all time, so I will link to that in the video description below. And actually, Fred is such a master at creating sales funnels that he has had success with AdWords selling all sorts of things. So I asked him to come on and explain how he has had so much success with AdWords.
Hey wholesale tech community, Fred Lamb here, and listen, I love Google AdWords, and in fact, ever since that I started my journey as an entrepreneur, I actually started with Google AdWords first, and I actually started advertising on Google before Facebook even had an advertising platform. Now, there are some pros and cons when it comes to Google Ads. The pro is that once you're actually able to dial things in, you will get consistent sales and also have your ads on large publication websites like Forbes.com, CNN.com for a fraction of a penny. Now, on the downside though, when it comes to Google Ads, it is a lot more complex than Facebook ad. In Google Ads, there are YouTube, there are Gmail ads, there are display ads, there are even search ads, which we all know. Now, search ad is something that I absolutely love because these are hyperactive buyers. And if you are trying to actually get into Google Ads, I actually encourage you to actually figure out Google search first because these are the most highly converting visitors that you can actually get for your business. It is a learning curve when it comes to actually learning about Google Ads, but again, you should not actually avoid or ignore Google Ads because it is a lion's share of traffic that you can actually tap into for your business.
So hopefully you now know which traffic source is right for you. And if you like this video and you're not a subscriber, then you should totally become one because we are constantly releasing new videos with actionable advice on how to build a real money-making business. So go ahead and click the subscribe button and then click that little notification bell next to it so that you don't miss out on any of our videos.